Hello again. Uh, Almost a year ago, my friend and I read Terry Pratchett's Night Watch in advance of the glorious 25th of May. This year, for May, we're getting ready for this thing to drop, the TV series, and it's pretty exciting. So, to get ready for that exciting event, we're going to be reading Good Omens. So this is my copy of Good Omens. It's a 2000 edition. The text is pretty much the same, I think, in all editions. It's very well loved, as you can see. It's slightly falling apart. I can't remember when I first read this book. It's been a long time. I've read it many, many times, and it's probably my favourite book ever. I adore Pratchett, obviously. This introduced me to Neil Gaiman as well. So, let's get going on it. I've split it into several sections. We should finish just before the end of the month when the first episode of the mini-series is going to air. This is Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, the nice and accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter, Witch. And this is a great book because it begins with a caveat. Kids! Bringing about Armageddon can be dangerous. Do not attempt it in your own home. And then we have a dedication. The authors would like to join the demon Crowley in dedicating this book to the memory of G.K. Chesterton, a man who knew what was going on. In the beginning. My edition has little cute illustrations at the beginning of each chapter. It was a nice day. All the days had been nice. There had been rather more than 7 of them so far, and rain hadn't even been invented yet. But clouds massing east of Eden suggested that the first thunderstorm was on its way, and it was going to be a big one. The angel of the eastern gate put his wings over his head to shield himself from the first drops. "I'm sorry," he said politely. "What was it you were saying?" "I said that one went down like a lead balloon," said the serpent. "Oh, yes," said the angel, whose name was Aziraphale. "I think it was a bit of an overreaction, to be honest," said the serpent. "I mean, first offence and everything. I can't see what's so bad about knowing the difference between good and evil anyway." "It must be bad," reasoned Aziraphale, in the slightly concerned tones of one who can't see it either and is worrying about it. "Otherwise you wouldn't have been involved." "Oh, they just said, 'Get up there and make some trouble,'" said the serpent, whose name was Crowley, although he was thinking of changing it. Crowley, he'd decided, was not him. "Yes, but you're a demon. I'm not sure if it's actually possible for you to do good," said Aziraphale. "It's down to your basic, nature. Nothing personal, you understand." "You've got to admit it was a bit of a pantomime, though," said Crowley. "I mean, pointing out the tree and saying 'don't touch' in big letters. Not very subtle, is it? I mean, why not put it on top of a high mountain or a long way off? Makes you wonder what he's really planning." "Best not to speculate, really," said Aziraphale. "You can't second-guess ineffability, I always say. There's right and there's wrong. If you do wrong when you're told to do right, you deserve to be punished." They sat in embarrassed silence, watching the raindrops bruise the first flowers. Eventually Crowley said, "Didn't you have a flaming sword?" Said the angel. A guilty expression passed across his face, and then came back and camped there. "You did, didn't you?" said Crowley. "It flamed like anything." Well, it looked very impressive, I thought." "Yes, but, well, lost it, have you?" "Oh, no, not exactly lost, more—" "Well?" Aziraphale looked wretched. "If you must know," he said, a trifle testily, I gave it away. Crowley stared up at him. Well, I had to, said the angel, rubbing his hands distractedly. They looked so cold, poor things, and she's expecting already, and what with the vicious animals out there and the storm coming up, I thought, well, where's the harm? So I just said, look, if you come back, there's going to be an almighty row, but you might be needing this sword, so here it is, don't bother to thank me, just do everyone a big favour, and don't let the sun go down on you here. He gave Crowley a worried grin. That was the best course, wasn't it? I'm not sure it's actually possible for you to do evil, said Crowley sarcastically. Aziraphale didn't notice the tone. Oh, I do hope so, he said. I really do hope so. It's been worrying me all afternoon. They watched the rain for a while. Funny thing is, said Crowley, I keep wondering about whether the apple thing wasn't the right thing to do as well. A demon can get into real trouble doing the right thing. He nudged the angel. Funny if we both got it wrong, eh? Funny if I did the good thing and you did the bad one, eh? Not really, said Aziraphale. Crowley looked at the rain. No, he said, sobering up. I suppose not. Slate-black curtains tumbled over Eden. Thunder growled among the hills. The animals, freshly named, cowered from the storm. Far away in the dripping woods, something bright and fiery flickered among the trees. It was going to be a dark and stormy night. And now we get this, the dramatis personae. Okay. Good Omens, a narrative of certain events occurring in the last years of human history, in strict accordance to be shown with the nice and accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter, compiled and edited with footnotes of an educated nature and precepts for the wise by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. Dramatis personae. Supernatural beings. God. Metatron, the voice of God. Aziraphale, an angel and part-time rare book dealer. Satan, a fallen angel, the adversary. Beelzebub, a likewise fallen angel and prince of hell. Hastur, a fallen angel and duke of hell. Ligur, likewise a fallen angel and duke of hell. Crowley, an angel who did not so much fall as saunter vaguely downwards. Apocalyptic hell persons. Death. War. Famine. Pollution. Humans. Thou shalt not commit adultery, Pulsifer, a witchfinder. Agnes Nutter, a prophetess. Newton Pulsifer, wages clerk and witchfinder private. Anathema device. Oh, let me see if I can get that in the screen. Anathema device, practical occultist and professional descendant. Shadwell, witchfinder sergeant. Madam Tracy, painted Jezebel, mornings only, Tuesdays by arrangement. And medium. Sister Mary Loquacious, a satanic nun of the Chattering Order of St. Beryl. Mr. Young, a father. Mr. Tyler, a chairman of a residents' association, a delivery man. Them. Adam, an antichrist. Pepper, a girl. Wensleydale, a boy. Brian, a boy. And a full chorus of Tibetans, aliens, Americans, Atlanteans, and other rare and strange creatures of the last days. And dog, satanical hellhound, and cat warrior. Tomorrow we're going to read the first part, 11 years ago.